this meeting to order. The special meeting, August 11th, 2020, for the sole purpose of appointing a person to fill a vacant council seat. Roll call, please.
Mayor Luis Trujillo.
Present.
Councilor David Romero.
Here.
Councilor Michael Montoya.
Here.
Councilor David Ulibarri Jr.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We do have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to take a few moments just in gratitude for all the people who sent letters of interest to fill this position. And I also just a lot of gratitude for all the city employees who have been doing a wonderful job, and just like to thank them personally and give a little gratitude and praise to all the good job that they're doing. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, approval of the agenda.
What's the pleasure of the council?
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Motion by Mr. Montoya. Second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ulibarri. Roll call.
Councilor Romero.
Yes.
Councilor Montoya.
Yes.
Councilor Ulibarri Jr.
Yes.
Have a motion by Councilor Montoya, a second by Councilor Ulibarri Jr. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, point of privilege?
Yes.
Just real quick, I'm getting text messages that it isn't on YouTube yet. I don't know.
I think she probably went back there to
Check. That's it.
Okay. Public
Mr. Mayor, the next item on the agenda is public input, and for tonight's meeting, I did receive several public input that I'll go ahead and read into the record, so bear with me.
Yes.
The first one is from Martine Ledger.
Cassandra, I'm sorry. Could you come
Sure.
up here to read it? Thank you so much.
Can you close the door?
Okay. Go ahead, Cassandra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am writing in support of Reyna Fernandez appointment to the Las Vegas City Council unfilled Ward 3 position. Reyna is a well-rounded, lifelong Las Vegas resident. Her community activism is indicative of her commitment to Las Vegas, its future, and its citizens. She is presently involved with Main Street de Las Vegas, Rotary, and the Gallinas River Park Steering Committee. All of these organizations strive to move Las Vegas forward. Reyna will do the same for the Las Vegas City Council. Sincerely, Martine Ledger. Next one. I just wanted to take a minute to voice my support for Reyna Fernandez as a candidate for City Council. I have had the pleasure of knowing Reyna for several years. Over the years, I have worked with her on numerous community projects she has coordinated. The fact that she does so much community work with no compensation or desire for personal credit speaks volumes to the type of person she is. She has chosen Las Vegas as a place she wants to raise her children and has worked diligently to make Las Vegas a place they will be proud of. She is an asset to this community and would be an even greater asset as a councilwoman. And this is from Aaron Gallegos. This is from Joe and Martha McCaffrey. We would like to add our support for Dr. Barbara Casey to be appointed to fill the position as City Councilor for Ward 3. She is an ethical and honest person who will serve the needs of the voters of Ward 3. She has experience and many strengths which she will bring to this position. This one is from Mary Jane Valdez. Good evening. I understand Joseph Baca has resigned from City Council. I would like for you to consider Ms. Barbara Perea. Barbara and I have known each other since childhood neighbors. I have always admired her strong commitment to the city and the citizens of Las Vegas as a city councilor and an activist for Las Vegas. Her life experience with educational systems and government is admirable. Ms. Perea is an approachable person should a citizen have a concern or suggestion for our beloved Las Vegas. I have full trust in her as a city council member. She has proven herself to work well with city council members. She, along with you and other members, have much to offer to Las Vegas and its citizens. Thank you, Mary Jane Valdez. I am writing in hopes that this be read and considered at the city council meeting. As you know, I have been active in the community for over 20 years through Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, the Health Council, Radio, Juvenile Justice Board, Tri-County Behavioral Health, Local Collaborative, and DWI program. Throughout my involvement, I have seldom seen a more involved and dedicated person than Barbara Perea Casey. When she became the council person for Ward 3, I knew it would benefit our city. I was right. If it were not for Barbara's ethics and tenacity, the wrongdoing of our former mayor may not have come to light. Unfortunately, Barbara's efforts to better the city were blocked and circumvented every step of the way by prior administration. I fully support and urge you to appoint Barbara Perea Casey to represent Ward 3 once again. Barbara has the needed experience in working with the legislature and the city administration. She is very civically involved. Barbara is strong yet kind. She makes every decision based on what is best for the city, even when it is difficult to do so. Both Mayor Trujillo and Barbara Perea Casey were excellent mayoral candidates. This is a unique opportunity to have them both serve the city. Additionally, the city would benefit by adding a female to the council, as there needs to be diversity. Thank you for your time and consideration. Yolanda Cruz. This is Mark Gillingham showing my support for Barbara Casey to replace Joseph Baca for Ward 3. Barbara is a wise, thoughtful leader who loves our city. Hi, Louis. I live in the 3rd Ward and urge you to select Barbara Casey to represent me and all of us in the 3rd Ward. Experienced, bright, and committed to making our Las Vegas better, Barbara will serve us with integrity and a conciliatory spirit. Please choose Barbara Casey. Best regards, Beth Burek. Honorable Mayor Trujillo, I understand Joe Baca resigned his council seat. Takes a lot of energy and commitment. If Barbara puts her hat in the ring, she would be a good person to have on our team. She would have your back as well as the community's. She has shown her commitment. Respectfully, Victor Valdez. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to voice my support for Barbara Casey to be named to the Ward 3 council seat. I believe her to be uniquely qualified for said position, considering her past association with the city. She will serve not only the residents of Ward 3, but the city of Las Vegas with humility, respect, and honor. Sincerely, Gina Marie Medina. Good afternoon. Good morning, Mayor. I hope you and your family are well. I continue to hear many positive comments about you, which I never doubted. This is great for our city. Thanks for all you are doing to elevate our community, build a better future, and help our community thrive. I just learned that Joseph Baca resigned from the council. I feel strongly that Barbara Casey can continue to help our city with an appointment to the council. I have known Barbara since high school. She continues to be a highly regarded leader in our community and state. Barbara has already demonstrated her knowledge, leadership, foresight, extreme courage, and diligence to make our community a better place. Her extensive knowledge in education, community engagement, legislative processes, city, county, and state government policies will continue to be an asset for Las Vegas. Please allow Barbara to return to the council. She is a respected and knowledgeable individual, just as you, who cares and loves our community, as was willing to take responsibility to run our city. Again, thanks for all you, your staff, and council. She is a respected and knowledgeable individual, are doing for our city. We wish you all the very best with great successes for Las Vegas. Thank you, Mayor, and our best, Luella and Avelino Montoya. Although I do not live in Ward 3, I am providing my support for the appointment of Reyna Fernandez. Reyna has been extremely active in the community, is a local businesswoman and mom, is invested in the community, and brings a positive perspective and energy to all that she does. Her constant support for the Las Vegas Cash Mob has been great. Carol Linder. Mayor, just want to share a few thoughts about the city council appointment. With all that is going on in our country, it is apparent to me that we are not going to get much help from the federal level. It is going to be up to the mayors and governors to ensure as little chaos as possible. Things will get worse before they get better, and I would think that you would want to rely on the most experienced people available to you. Those that will survive will be those who avoid a competitive nature and instead choose cooperation amongst all Las Vegans. It would be most magnanimous if you and bring you great respect if you would consider appointing Barbara Perea-Casey to our city council. I can't think of a calmer, more knowledgeable, cooperative person that you could want for support in your endeavors. The responsibilities you will face for the survival of your citizenry will be humongous, and you will want the best on your side. Respectfully, Tasha Chelberg. Good afternoon, Mayor Trujillo. My name is Martha Johnson. I am a lifelong resident of Las Vegas and of Ward 3. I wholeheartedly support your reinstatement of Barbara Perea-Casey to the position vacated by Joseph Baca. She was there previously and seems the evident choice. The city has been in such a mess since the previous mayor that it would be extremely advantageous to appoint someone who already knows the protocol, procedures, and legalities. I have total faith in Barbara and trust that you will do the right thing for Las Vegas and our ward. Thank you for your consideration. And that's Martha Johnson. Honorable Mayor Louis Trujillo and City Councilors, I would like to once again voice my support for the appointment of Barbara Perea-Casey to the recently vacated Ward 3 City Council seat. It is my sincere belief that any democratic vetting process will show that Ms. Perea-Casey is the best and most qualified candidate to serve the citizens in Ward 3 and the community at large. Ms. Perea-Casey has demonstrated that she is an objective, creative, and effective policymaker. She brings diversity to the Las Vegas City Council governing body and will greatly contribute to this mayor and city council's progressive efforts to move our community forward in a positive direction. Ward 3 in the greater city of Las Vegas needs an experienced, knowledgeable, honest, and hardworking woman with a proven history of selfless dedication to improving the quality of life for all our citizens. Additionally, Ms. Perea-Casey will bring a common sense approach and unity to our community. I hope this governing body will consider selecting Ms. Barbara Perea-Casey to be appointed as our Ward 3 City Council representative. Best regards, Lavinia Ferguson Flores Fenzi.
What was that?
Lavinia. Good afternoon. I'm aware that the City Council position that was previously held by Joseph Baca is still unfilled. I am writing to let you and our new Mayor Trujillo know that we need someone of integrity with a heart and conscience as well as experience to fill that position. I believe that Barbara Perea-Casey is that person. I know she will represent her ward's constituents and Las Vegas as a whole with the utmost care and respect. She not only has previous experience in legislature but also as a city councilor. She knows the ins and outs of this city government and its charter and can hit the ground running. She is very aware of what this city needs and wants to do to become what we all expect Las Vegas to be. She has sat on many committees and wants to see Las Vegas prosper and grow for all of us. She has family and many friends who reside in Las Vegas and will have the support needed to complete any tasks laid in front of her. She is strong and very knowledgeable and has a wealth of experience that has and could continue to keep our community going in a positive direction. I would very much appreciate you taking this into consideration before filling the position with others who may not be as dedicated to this community. Thank you. Gil Martinez. To whom it may concern, I am writing this in support of Barbara Perea-Casey as a potential choice for the City Council seat recently vacated by Joseph Baca. Mrs. Casey held that seat for several years before deciding to run for mayor. While serving as a Las Vegas councilwoman, she worked diligently for the improvement of our community and its citizens. She is very knowledgeable in regards to the city charter, the numerous regulations and the city council and mayor must comply with, and the needs of the citizens of our fair city. Mrs. Casey was instrumental in standing up for the city when it was under attack by the former mayor. Having Mrs. Casey back on the city council would be most beneficial to the city government as well as the future of Las Vegas. She would be able to step in without skipping a beat and will continue to work towards the rescue and betterment of our town. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Linda M. Montoya, Board Member, West Las Vegas Schools. I would like to recommend Barbara Perea Casey for the vacant position in Ward 3. Her professionalism, knowledge of the City of Las Vegas, experience, and education will make her an asset for your administration and the City of Las Vegas. Respectfully, Arabella Romero Aragon. I am writing to offer my support for the nomination of Reyna Fernandez for the vacant City Council position. I understand Mayor Luis Trujillo will nominate Reyna to fill the position. I have worked with Reyna in several capacities over the past couple of years. I first got to know Reyna and her family as they are regular patrons to my business, the Indigo Theater. Reyna's family has brought my staff in the many pleasant moments of the theater. Her family is a great example of the kind of young families we need to nurture in Las Vegas. Reyna's family is an excellent model of community support, involvement, and leadership that make our town a great place to live. I have also worked closely with Reyna as a business sponsor for community outreach projects sponsored by the Hermits Peak Watershed Alliance at the Gallinas River Park. Our theater was proud to sponsor live music at a recent River Park Festival last summer. I stopped by the festival to observe the activities, and I saw parents and children enjoying several educational and fun events and learning more about our sacred watershed. I believe that Reyna was the guiding light in organizing the festival. Indigo Theater also sponsored a free educational movie called Beaver Believers that described the essential work that beavers do for our rivers. The event was well promoted, and we had a sellout crowd and lively discussion for the movie. I mention these events because they are examples of Reyna's excellent community connections and her devotion to Las Vegas. Finally, I've witnessed Reyna's outstanding work on steering committee of the Gallinas River Park project. She is thoughtful, enthusiastic, and visionary. These are qualities I think will serve the City Council well. Reyna will contribute gender and youth diversity to the council, as well as her pleasing personality and intelligence. I personally urge the City Council to approve Reyna Fernandez's nomination. Sincerely, Elmo Baca. Greetings, dear Mayor Trujillo and council members. Please consider appointing Barbara Casey to fill the seat vacated by Joseph Baca, representing Ward 3. Mrs. Casey's background and experience will lend itself well as a member of the council. Mrs. Casey has demonstrated a commitment to the progress of our city. I strongly believe that her appointment on the City Council is a move in the right direction. Respectfully, Darlene Ulivari. City of Las Vegas Mayor and Council, we are writing in support of Reyna Fernandez as Ward 3 City Councilor. Ms. Fernandez has been very active in a whole range of citywide community activities. Since she is a real estate agent who represents property throughout the city, she is aware of how animal welfare issues affect the look and reputation of Las Vegas, as well as property sales in the city. She has reached out to the Animal Welfare Coalition to involve us in Riverwalk and other activities in which she is involved, and she is a member of our Animal Welfare Task Force to help address animal-related concerns. We wholeheartedly support her appointment. She is a team player who we think will contribute greatly to city government. Sincerely, Marshall Poole, President, Board of Directors. We are honored to send you this email as our endorsement for Barbara Perea Casey's appointment to the Ward 3 City Council seat vacated recently by Joseph Baca. We feel that Dr. Casey's achievements as former Las Vegas City Councilwoman, her strong work ethic and knowledge and application of the legal system in city government, have received many of our constituents' admiration. Moreover, Dr. Casey is held in high regard by our community as a professional and longtime and successful civil servant. We have full confidence that Dr. Casey is the individual who is uniquely qualified to continue to advocate for our community and for the citizens our city serves. In closing, we are proud to endorse Barbara Perea Casey as our next Ward 3 Councilwoman. Respectfully, Eddie King and Catherine Martinez King. Excuse me. Honorable Mayor and City Councilman. As a longtime activist in our community, I have involved myself in matters concerning local issues related to the descendants of the Spanish-speaking settlers who came here to help create our community. I feel after speaking with our citizens of our community that Reyna Fernandez is not the person we would like to see on the council. With the recent issues concerning the racist statements made by Mr. Hendrickson, an employee of the city, and other economic issues, we feel someone more connected to the issues of the local community needs to be appointed. We ask that someone else be considered who will look out for the benefit of the local predominantly Hispanic population, our locally owned Hispanic businesses, and our youth. We ask the city councilman to make a better choice for all our community. Thank you, Lorenzo Flores. City councilors and mayor of Las Vegas, I implore you to consider appointing Barbara Perea Casey to the open position vacated by Joseph Baca. Mrs. Casey has the time, experience, and knowledge this position calls for. She will be an asset to the city of Las Vegas. She has shown the desire to serve the citizens as well as going the extreme measures to protect the office she serves. She is a diligent and very concerned citizen who wants the best for her hometown of Las Vegas. Thank you for your consideration. This is Mary Jane Robertson. Dear Mayor and City Councilors, this is a personal letter of support for Reyna Fernandez nomination as City Councilor. I know Reyna Fernandez through the many community activities that she is involved with, including Rotary Main Street, Gallinas Riverwalk, Animal Welfare Coalition, and other activities. Reyna is intelligent, honest, and compassionate, and has a pleasant personality that is easy to work with. In her board leadership role, she always comports herself in a professional, diplomatic, and inspiring manner. She is a team player who looks at ways to work together for resolution with a focus on what's best for the community. She is experienced with protocol and Robert's Rules of Order. As a youthful woman, she would bring diversity and fresh perspective to the council. I greatly appreciate your consideration. Rose Contreras Taylor. Almost there. I am writing to highly recommend Reyna Fernandez for Las Vegas City Councilor for Ward 3. I have known and worked with Reyna as a board member of Main Street de Las Vegas for the past 2 years. On our board of directors, Reyna has been a leader and a major volunteer for all our efforts. I have also worked with Reyna on projects in the community, including the Hermit's Peak Watershed Alliance and the Las Vegas Rotary Club. She has a deep caring and understanding about what makes a community healthy and successful. She works hard, and I think she is just what Las Vegas needs on its city council, a woman and someone from a younger generation. I cannot recommend Reyna highly enough. I do not think the city of Las Vegas could find a better candidate for the Ward 3 City Councilor. Please contact me if you need further information or have any questions. This is Michael Parentu, Executive Director of Main Street de Las Vegas. Dear Mr. Mayor and council members, as longtime residents of Las Vegas 3rd District, I strongly urge you to appoint Barbara Casey as our representative. I have known Dr. Casey for more than 5 decades and know her to be hardworking, intelligent, and honest in all aspects of her life. Dr. Casey will bring invaluable experience and thoughtful wisdom to our city government. Respectfully submitted, Ron Curry, PhD. Mayor and City Council, please consider my letter of support for the recommended appointment of Reyna Fernandez as the new City Councilor for Ward 3, which is also the ward I reside in. Reyna serves on the board for the Las Vegas Rotary Club, and I find her to be an upstanding individual who would serve our community well and be an asset to our city government. She is very active in the community and aware of the issues that are facing Las Vegas. Sincerely, Kathy Hendrickson, board member of the Rotary Club. And the last one I have is, Dear Council, I am writing in support of Reyna Fernandez for City Councilor. I have known Reyna for several years as we have worked together for the Hermit's Peak Watershed Alliance. During that time, I had the opportunity to observe firsthand Reyna's compassion for the well-being of both the community and the environment of Las Vegas. Reyna's connection with a variety of organizations gives her specific insight into many issues that are important to the citizens of Las Vegas. With many thanks and kind regards, Elizabeth Juarez, PhD, Hermit's Peak Watershed Alliance. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, that's it for public input. Our next item on the agenda is executive session.
Mayor, I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters pertaining to this appointment.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Montoya, a second by Mr. Romero. Roll call, please.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Ulibarri Jr.?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Ulibarri Jr., a second by Counselor Romero. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carried.
Thank you.
That was Montoya first. Motion. Not Ulibarri.
Oh, I'm sorry. Counselor Montoya first.
we apologize for the long executive session. So I'll make a motion, I'll entertain a motion to leave the executive session and go back into regular session.
Second.
You want to make a motion, Mr. Olivari, to leave?
Make a motion to exit executive session for personnel matters as permitted by section 10-19-1H2 of the Open Meetings Act.
Thank you.
I'd also like to note for the record that only those matters specified in the motion for executive session were discussed and no action was taken.
Thank you. Mr. Olivari, seconded.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari Jr.?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Romero, a second by Counselor Olivari Jr. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion to return back to regular session.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Motion by Mr. Romero, second by Mr. Montoya. Roll call, please.
Counselor Olivari Jr.?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Romero, a second by Counselor Montoya. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, the next item on the agenda is business items. Number 1, approval, disapproval to appoint Reyna Fernandez to fill the vacant Ward 3 City Council position. Mr. Mayor?
Well, thank you for your interest in applying for, I think that my choice was a good choice. At this point, I'll leave it over to the council. What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
disapprove the appointment of Reyna Fernandez to fill the vacancy of Ward 3 City Council position.
Thank you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Second by Mr. Montoya. Roll call, please.
Counselor Olivari Jr.?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Olivari Jr., a second by Counselor Montoya. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is to adjourn.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Olivari,
Second.
second by Mr. Montoya. Roll call, please.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Montoya?
Yes.
Counselor Olivari Jr.?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Olivari Jr., second by Counselor Montoya. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you, Reyna. Appreciate it.
Thank you.